This video is to give you some insight as to our history in Byron on the MCA test with respect to past classes and also with respect to the HVL conference and the state. So how do we compare with the HVL conference and other Byron classes in the past? Well, here we can look at since 2006 and 2007, where we were third in the conference, and then 07-08 we were fifth in the conference. Since then we have improved dramatically, and in 08-09 we went to first place. We were in first place for 2010, first place for 2011, and this last year we were bumped by Casson and got second place. Now our scores, if you notice, dropped a little bit, but the whole state dropped, and we'll look at that in another picture. So we are on a mission to reclaim first place with your help. That would be our goal. Here's our history with respect to the state. So if you notice, we've been above state average every year, and this is where we talked about how the state went down, but so did we. So we dropped quite a bit, but we are on, again, a mission to improve that score, again with your help. So how do we compare with the state with respect to percentile? Now what these scores represent is how we rank in the state. So this number 85 or 88.5 refers to the fact that we scored better than 88.5% of all the other schools in the state. Now if you look at the history, we were in the 90s in 2007, even though we were low, if you think back then, and we've improved every year. We've also improved compared to all other schools every year. And this last year we took a little dip, but we like to think of this scenario here. We can look at each particular class and see that how they're going to do. And notice that this class last year was at 84%, better than 84% of the other schools in the state right here. They still improved as juniors. So that's exciting. Even though our scores did drop a little bit, that class did improve and performed quite well compared to their past history. So that's important to understand. So now this year we have this class right here, your class, which was better in 8th grade than last year's class, and we're hoping that this year you'll improve that again. So even though our scores went down last year a little bit, the whole state went down, and still that class improved compared to the rest of the state. So we're very excited about that. So a couple things to consider. One is that each class is different. Okay? We understand that. And every test is different. So each year, every class has the opportunity to represent itself. Okay? And if you've noticed, it does get compared to other schools, and that can influence new families that move here, and that has happened dramatically. So keep that in mind. Our city is growing, and it's because of our good school district and how we do perform on these assessments, as well as many other things. It reflects our curriculum to see if we're actually providing you the right kind of curriculum to help you achieve and be recognized for that achievement. And also, the neatest thing I think is it allows you to compete in a non-athletic environment, which means all students can give towards this goal. Every student has the ability to affect that score. So each student should try and do their best so that they can represent their school and their class. So next year we'll be looking at your scores, and we want that to be a good thing that we can share with the next class that comes up. Always pushing the envelope to see who can be better than the other. Now, what are some repercussions for not being proficient? If you aren't proficient on the test, in other words, if you don't pass the test, by state law, we have to put you through some remediation. And in our school, that means during the first quarter of your senior year, you'll have to be in guided study hall Tuesday and Thursday. Now that's state law that we cannot offer you a retest until you have remediation, and that's the only way that we can offer remediation. So just something to think about. So we don't want you to worry about such a thing next year when you're a senior. So that's what would happen if you're not proficient. But we want to be proficient for these reasons right here. And again, school pride, school spirit, class pride, class spirit. Show them what you know. Use it as an opportunity. And this ends the video. Good luck.